the 300 meters PoE Extension Kit. Now these two little boxes are going to have a conversation over a single long Ethernet cable. Hi tech enthusiasts, welcome back to FASTCABLING. So this right here is reliable, low latency Starlink internet. But this is where the work actually needs to happen. A barn, a workshop with smart devices. 300 meters away through dense trees and terrain. So our client had a 300 meters problem. So today we're solving it without fiber, without wireless bridges, and by bending the rules of Ethernet itself. Let's build an impossible connection. First, the obvious question, why not just run a really long cable? Well, the Ethernet rulebook says 100 meters is the limit. So you can run a longer cable, the data signal might even survive, but the power gives up. It's like trying to drink a thick milkshake through a 10-foot straw. You get nothing. Okay, what about wireless bridges? Point-to-point antennas? For a while, maybe, until these trees get taller or a snowstorm piles up on the antenna. So we needed a set it and forget it solution that doesn't care about the weather or the seasons. Now what about fiber? It's the golden standard, right? Absolutely. But here, trenching 300 meters is a massive, expensive project, and in this rocky variable environment, a fragile fiber cable buried shallowly is a future repair waiting to happen. So we were stuck. 3 solutions, 3 dead ends. A forest in the way and a trenching bill nobody wanted. So here's our hero for the day, the 300 meters PoE Extension Kit. Now these two little boxes are going to have a conversation over a single long Ethernet cable, but their secret weapon isn't just better signal processing, it's fighting a different enemy altogether. The real villain over 300 meters isn't data loss, it's voltage drop. Now think of it this way, to push power 300 meters down a thin copper wire, you can't just start with a little, you need a cannon. So these extenders use the highest standard PoE, even if the device at the far end only need a tiny bit of power like our access point, but still we start with a huge surplus of voltage at the house, so that 300 meters later, there is still just enough power left in the cabin to power our access point. Now let's set this up. The chain is elegant. It starts with your Starlink dish and Starlink router. But since Starlink router doesn't have an Ethernet port, that's why we need to add this adapter. So we can use a short patch cord to connect from the router directly to where? Our PoE injector. This is our voltage cannon. It pumps high power PoE and data into our first extender. So now let's connect to the input port of our injector, and it's located here, right at the house. Then we'll use another short patch cord, connect from the output port to our first extender. I'm taking out the neck and the gland for faster installation. And let's connect it. And we can place it on our demonstration board. Now the extender shot the signal down to our 300 meters direct burial Cat6 cable. So we just connect one end of our 300 meters cable into our first extender. Now we'll add a critical piece here later, but now the cable runs through the woods, no trench needed, just a simple direct burial. And at the cabin, the signal reaches our second extender. So let's connect the other end of our 300 meters cable into the second extender. And again, place it on our demonstration board And finally, that extender will deliver clean data and perfect step-down power to our Wi-Fi access point. Here we go. I'm going to take it down so you can see it is getting the power, and boom, internet born in the house and living in the woods. Now for the pro tips that make all this robust, these extenders are outdoor rated, but the ports are sensitive. When you screw on the weatherproof gland and the neck, don't be shy, use a wrench to get them tightly. Your future self will thank you. And not all cables is equal. For this, you need to use pure copper Cat5e or Cat6 cable, no copper, clay, aluminum. And finally, you may ask, if one extender get you 100 meters, wouldn't you need two in the middle? Well, standard extenders just repeat the signal, but our kit uses high voltage PoE plus a special protocol to coordinate directly with its partner 300 meters away. So there's no active device in the middle of the woods to fail, freeze, or need a reset. It's just one cable in the middle and two intelligent devices at the end. And for the speed, yes, it maintains a full gigabit connection. So now let's do a speed test. Since we don't have enough Ethernet cable, that's why I need to unplug this input port and connect directly to our server connected to the input port. So now we can test the connection in between to see if it can achieve gigabit speed. So let's get our laptop here. Unplug our Wi-Fi access point and connect our laptop directly to our second extenders after 300 meters. So let me type in our address. And here's a counterintuitive tip. Unless you have the perfect grounding at both ends, use non-shielded cable. A poorly grounded shield can actually invite lightning-induced damage, which leads to our guardians, the surge protector. These are non-negotiable. You place them where the cable enters and exits each building. They protect your expensive gear from static buildup or nearby strikes. That long cable is an antenna, but these are your insurance. Let's get them up. Again, I'm going to take out the neck and the gland for faster installation, but when you do it, make sure you fasten them tightly. Now, our surge protector is already grounded. I'm going to unplug the 300 meters cable and connect it to the input port. The surge go in here. And we use a short patch cord. Connect the output port of our surge protector. So now we get clean energy out to our extender. And you can see this is a DIN rail mounted surge protector. So now I'm going to mount it. All right. And connect it directly to our first extender. Okay, so this side is done. But surge protector needed two, so we can protect both ends. Again, I'm going to unplug the 300 meters Ethernet cable, connect it to the input port, and use another short patch cord. Connect output port, so now we can get clean energy out to our extender. And remember, you have to ground your surge protector properly in order for this to work. So this is a perfect solution for rural properties, farms, or estates, where the internet source and the internet need are separated by geography, not by logic, reliable, hidden, and maintenance-free. Now, what impossible connection do you need to make? Let us know in the comment section below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more projects that bend the tech rules. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.